and you're watching BookGeeks India, which is a channel where I make book-related videos. If you like books, if you love reading, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos, turn that notification on, and guys, please do comment because you know it that I love it when you comment. So guys, this video is going to be about young adult books. Now I have a lot of books that I want to show you, but I'll be restricting this video to only 5 books. So these are 5 young adult reads for all kinds of young adult lovers, but these are basically non-cliche reads. These are kind of young adults with a twist. They have something very different. They don't have the usual plot. They have an element of fantasy or an element of mystery or just something different. Now I'm going to be suggesting you 5 books, but I have read 4 books out of these. One is a book that I'm supposed to read very soon, probably this week. I'm really looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's begin. Book number 1 that I want to show you is this one, The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I picked up this book in June and I absolutely loved it. I loved the movie, I loved the book. So this is basically the story of Charlie, who is a wallflower. He doesn't interact much. He's kind of in his own shell. So he meets these 2 people, Sam and Patrick, and he becomes great friends with them. And this is all about his first year in high school and how he comes out of his shell. The thing that sets this book apart from other YA books in the market is that it is set in the non-technological era. So the high school over there is very different from high school of today. And that's the reason I absolutely love this book. It certainly has a vintage charm to it and I would definitely recommend it to all my readers. The next book that I want to recommend to you guys is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. Now this is a book which I also read recently. I think I read it 2 months back, and the only thing that I did wrong here was that I set my expectations too high. So this is a book which is very different. It has a very different premise. So there is this different world where there exists a service called the death cast. Now the role of death cast is to call the person who's dying on the same day and inform them that they are gonna die on the same day. So these 2 people, Matteo and Rufus, who are 17-18-year-old kids, they receive this death call. Now they have this friendship app called The Last Friend, through which these 2 people get in touch with each other and they get to know each other. They live their last day, but as is quite obvious from the title, they both die at the end. So this is a very different book. It is a beautiful concept. It is so different that I could not help picking it up once I read about it, once I found it on social media. And in the middle, the book slows down a little, but the end, it made me cry. Even though it's a little slow in pace, I would still recommend this book to all my readers and viewers. The next book is one which I recently purchased and I'm so looking forward to it. It is this one, Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agent Dad by Becky Albertoni. Now this is a book which I don't think needs any introduction. It's a part of the Simon universe. If you check out reviews on Amazon, on Goodreads or on anywhere in the internet, you would understand that this book is definitely one that you should not be missing. Especially so if you are a YA lover just like me. The next book is another one which I recently read. Of course, I've been reading a lot of YA recently. The book is this one, The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. It's such a beautiful read. I gave it 5 stars out of 5 because it's just beautiful. It's about the contemporary racism situation in America. In addition to being a YA, it also has a moral undertone, a social undertone to it. Apart from being entertaining, I also thought it was very informative. I got to know so much about Black people. I got to so much about their community, their culture, the modern history that, it was just a fantastic read for me, and that's why I would recommend it to you guys. The next book is this one, A Girl Like That by Tomas Medina. This is again a YA with a twist. A lot of the story takes place in Mumbai. A lot of the story takes place in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. So there's a lot of cultural influence from Saudi Arabia. You get to know so much about their culture. You get to know so much about the traditions, the place as it is, and you also get to know a lot about the Parsi culture. So this is one book which has a lot of things. It's also a different book because the 2 main characters of this book die at the beginning of the story. I'm not giving you any spoilers because it is mentioned on the blurb, but yes, the characters die right at the start and the story continues from there on, told in flashback. So it's again a beautiful read. You get to know so much about the Parsi people and the Parsi culture and the kind of lives Indians are living in Saudi Arabia. So I just love this book. I rated it 5 out of 5 stars and would definitely recommend it to anybody who loves a different read, a non-cliche YA read. So these were the recommendations that I had for you guys. Do you have any recommendations, YA recommendations for me? If yes, please comment them down below and I would love to get my hands on them. I'm actually looking for some good YA reads to read in August and September, so your comments will be really helpful. And thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until the next video, which will be pretty soon. Bye!